everyone and welcome back to my channel. So for this video I plan to do an unedited sit down talky thing about my experiences of 2 weeks of sixth form. I obviously have now been in lower sixth for 2 weeks and I am studying chemistry, biology, maths and further maths. I'm going to be discussing the differences between GCSE and A-level, how I've found the jump from GCSE to A-level, and maybe comparing it to how I found the jump between junior school and GCSE. However, this may be edited if my dad decides to hoover in the room next to me, because I can already hear the hoover and it's probably going to be in the background, but we'll ignore that for now until that's necessary. Okay, let's go. So, 2 weeks in, am I awake or am I tired? I'm completely wrecked. I am exhausted at this point. On Thursday, I was so tired, I just had to come home and sleep and did not do any work as soon as I came home from school. I had to do some at some point, but not I was so unbelievably tired. It's like a new level of tiredness for me. I just went home and slept. And I couldn't keep myself awake. So on the tiredness level, it's kind of gone straight down. But yeah, I'm exhausted. Sixth form is tiring. It's not like GCSE where I'm not sure if this could be just coming back from summer, but unlike GCSE where it was a bit more relaxed, it's like you're straight into work, you're straight into all the homework, straight into all the revision that needs done. And there were some people who got a test on the first day, and I was so lucky I didn't get that test. They were given a test for the day after on their first day, which I'm just like, no, I'm glad I didn't. I haven't actually had it. Have I had a test? No, I haven't had a test yet. But there's one coming in chemistry of memorizing the data sheet, which we're going to be given a time when we don't know which is going to be thrust upon us, but I am in the process of learning that. So yeah, the jump between GCSE and lower sixth, now I'm not even talking about upper sixth, but lower sixth, is insane. I was expecting, from junior school to GCSE, the jump isn't that bad. You can kind of just go in and be fine. As long as you're doing so many different subjects, you just kind of go from class to class and enjoy it. But in sixth year, you're thrust into your three or four classes, or five if you really want to do 5 subjects. You're just thrust in. You're given all this work to do. You're the exams are in 21 weeks away or something like that, which is crazy because we just started. That's actually insane. Well, no, not 21 weeks, 21 teaching weeks away. So there's enough time. Yeah. That's close. So it is tight. The scheduling is going to be tight. We're going to finish things just before May. And there's practicals there's practicals first week in May. I think my chemistry practical is the 3rd of May or something like that. Yeah. But no, the jump, I went in first day thinking this is going to be fun. I do enjoy my subjects. But the teaching is really different from GCSE because I'll talk about teachers later. The workload already is insane. I have written so many notes so far. I'm actually going to grab one of my biology notebooks to show you. So this will be in one of my videos later, possibly on Monday. So here we have my water notes. I hear the hoover getting ever closer. Here we have more water notes. I've done quite a few pages, and we're only on week 2, and this is only one of my teachers. That's the pages in my other one, my other notebook with my other teacher. I hear the hoover. I'm probably going to pause after this and come back once the hoover's gone. But yeah, I've written so many biology notes at this point. Chemistry is a bit different. I haven't done any chemistry notes yet because we've just been doing calculations, which I don't write notes for because I can maths and I know how to do the calculations. I will practice them, but notes are not entirely essential. I hear the hoover. I don't know if it's coming towards me. Right, I'm going to pause. Okay, so I think the hoovering stopped now. Anyway, yes, I was talking about the workload. Yes, so biology notes. Yeah, I've written so many notes and that's only one of my notebooks. I was saying about chemistry, we're doing calculations. I don't do notes for calculations yet because you just kind of have to practice them and know what to do, which is in the book we're given. I don't need to I don't need to write notes on what I need to do to do each calculation, because I kind of just know that whenever you get the calculation, you always work in the number of moles and just know the triangles. That's like a learn the calculation triangles just before you go into the exam. Someone just WhatsApped me something that I need to actually reply to, but I'll wait. Whoops. Yeah. So homeworks are completely different from like 4th year and 5th year. For maths, what ordinary maths is, homeworks are kind of similar. It's more just like finishing off some stuff. But then you also get, like, you're given past paper questions, but having 8 periods of maths a week means that you get a lot more homeworks, as in you get like a lot more finishing off homeworks plus handing in homeworks. I've already, I think, have handed in 3 maths homeworks. Like, obviously last week was just kind of getting started, but we had 1 maths homework to hand in last week, and then 2 this week, and then we also had like a finishing off homework pretty much every day. Sometimes you got it done in class, but not all the time. And then for further maths, it's like proper homeworks. Like, well, in pure, it's a mixture. In mechanics, it's usually like do this in the exercise, but we're not gonna like hand it in. And then pure has been a mixture of handing it in and doing exercises from the book. Also, while we're on the subject of homeworks, this is not entirely unrelated to homeworks, but textbooks at A level. So it's £25 to buy the AS biology textbook and the AS chemistry textbook, and then like 32 for the AS2s. And the revision guides, which are amazing. I thought I had one beside me, but I don't. £10 each, but it's £10 for AS1, £10 for AS2, £10 for A21, and £10 for A22. So I'm going to be shelling out maybe like £100, just under £100, because there are practical ones, but I don't know if I get them or not, for that. And there's also no textbook at all for CA Maths and CA Further Maths. So yeah. And what else? Teachers. So the relationship between teachers and pupils completely changes. It's like going from 5th year and they're kind of like being nice. You go to lower 6th and they're all like, welcome to class, blah, blah, blah. Let's just kind of talk rather than teach, if you know what I mean. It's still teaching, but it's more like friendly teaching. Or like, it's kind of like having a study buddy. Not like really, but it's more like your friend trying to teach you how to do something. But it's actually a teacher. They're a lot nicer. They're like, if you can't do your homework for this date, try handing it in, or just come to me and I'll tell you to hand it in like within the next 24 hours or whatever. Someone left the house. It's completely different. Like, the teacher's so much nicer. I really do enjoy the teacher company, if you know what I mean, in the class, as they're a lot nicer than they were last year and kind of just want to talk. And then the classes are pretty nice because the people have actually chosen the subject they want to do now, and everyone kind of likes the subject they're doing. Except for maths, everyone's kind of just like, we choose maths because we had to choose maths, and all the further maths people are going, we choose maths because we had to do maths in order to do further maths. But yeah, so I'm just going to like talk about chemistry, biology, maths, and further maths separately. So chemistry, bit boring at the minute. Today we finished, or like we just had to go over some past paper questions on mass to mass calculations, using Avogadro's constant, and other things like that. Like all those calculations, we finished that today. Oh, it's getting sunnier. Nice. And we have moved on to atomic structure now, and we what did we get to? We're just going over definitions at the minute, memorizing definitions for atomic structure. My teacher's really nice. I do like my teacher. Her teaching style is obviously very different to my last year's teacher's teaching style. Hello? Someone's tapping my door or my wall, and oh, it's my dad outside. Wow, you can probably hear that. It's like he's like raking. Anyway. Yeah, so chemistry. Really like chemistry. It's a bit boring, but it's like fun. And I don't mind it. And she gave us cake once because it was left over from a staff meeting. Yeah, she's nice. We've already done a practical. We did water of crystallization, calculating the water of like the .x H2O. We did that. We all got the same answer. All good. And then biology. I have 2 different teachers for biology, so I've got 8 periods of all my chosen subjects. So and my periods are 35 minutes long, by the way, just for clarification. But yeah, someone was cycling. Well, I don't even know who that is. Someone was cycling up and down my street. So for biology, I have 2 teachers, and I get 4 periods with each of them. Who is that? I don't even know. Yeah, so, but it's not like one of them does AS1 and the other does AS2. No, they both do AS1 and then they both do AS2 at the same time, but we're not even doing different topics yet. We're doing molecules of life at the minute, and then we go on to like 2.2 and 2.3 and 2.4 and 2.5, like that kind of thing. It's a bit weird. One of my teachers is absolutely amazing. The other one is okay. We haven't had him too much. We did a practical today, which was nice, and he's good technologically. So we're using Google Classroom, and all the homeworks get handed in there, which is interesting. It's very different and hard for me to navigate because my phone is set to German. So it's hard to like know how to hand stuff in, but work it out. But yeah, biology's going well. A lot of work, a lot of homeworks from one of my teachers and none from the other. But that's just the 2 different teachers. And surprisingly, the teacher who doesn't give much work, I have a lot more notes for, a lot more notes in the class. Just the way it is. Yeah, biology is fine. It's interesting, but it's just a bit kind of slowly moving forward in biology with one of the teachers, and the other one we are flying with one of the teachers. And biology is interesting. I do like the class. Now we have maths, which is awful. If you've done further maths GCSE, AS maths, like the start of it is, well, it depends if you're in a class of just people who did GCSE further maths, or in your class with people who also didn't do GCSE further maths. In my school, it's just you get put in classes whatever your timetable happens to allow, and so approximately a third of my class didn't do GCSE further maths. Therefore, it is the most boring class I have ever sat in. A triple period of factorising on a Thursday last 3. We did factorising in our sleep in further maths GCSE, and I'm just like, we're still on GCSE further maths things. Have we done anything new? There's a couple of very small things that we've done that are new, like inserts, rationalizing a denominator, which is slightly different, and we did learn algebraic division of polynomials today, but it's not a topic we're doing yet. It just happened to come up. We did algebraic fractions for ages. We did factorizing for ages. It's awful. My teacher's nice, so I do like my teacher. And further maths is, at the minute, by far my favourite subject. So I have mechanics with my maths teacher on a Monday for double. And then, so we've got 8 periods of further maths. 2 of them are mechanics, 2 are statistics, and 4 are pure, because pure is 50%. And the other 2 are 25. So mechanics is my worst part of maths. I got the worst in that at GCSE, but it's not too hard so far. We're using we're on our second formula, actually, but yeah, it's not too bad so far. Statistics is, I hate statistics. I can do it, but I hate it. My teacher is so nice. We kind of just talk about the history of maths, but we have done work. Well, we haven't actually done any work ourselves, but we have done work. We know, yeah, last time we were solidifying mean. So not this is obviously basic stuff. So mean, and then we did standard deviation. My dad just walked past, and then we did variance, which is standard deviation squared, and then we did covariance, which is the weirdest thing. It's like, oh my dad's brushing against the wall again. We had covariance, which is it's stupid, but it's to get the formula, and then we learned about the difference between big S and small s, because they have decided to give all of their formula in the format okay. So they have decided to give all their formula in a illogical way, which my teacher doesn't like. And then pure maths, we're already on our second topic. We finished further algebra, and now we started imaginary numbers that don't exist. It's interesting, I promise. And yeah, further algebra was so interesting. It was like learning about how quadratics are formed and things like that, and reversing quadratics and learning formulas, things like that. And now we're on to like numbers that don't exist. Further maths for you. But yeah, really enjoyed it. And now the final bit of this video is going to be about school life. So I've realized I've just literally been sitting here staring here for like 10 minutes. I haven't been like animated, but anyway, this is just a talky video that's going out as a bonus video. So school life, it I would say nothing's changed, but things really have changed. Obviously, a lot of people have left, and we've got maybe about 17 new people, I think, and then like a couple of people who've moved on from the year above. So sixth form study is amazing. I love the sixth form study. Like go there at break and lunch if you don't have anything else to do. Clubs haven't started up yet, but like they'll starting up next week, so I will be going back to all my extracurricular activities all at once. Oh, actually, some of the clubs started back, but after school things haven't started back yet. That's next week. Yeah, sixth form study. Just run over the sixth form study. I've made a couple of new friends of new people who have come who happen to be in my classes. Shout out to them. You know who you are. Yeah. And then also because there's a new tie for sixth form only, it's kind of like a status symbol. So all the sixth forms are like, yes, look at us, we have the sixth form tie. Status symbol. But yeah. Yeah, all in all, sixth form is pretty good. I am completely wrecked. I could sleep right now. Coffee's been keeping me alive. I'm actually planning on seeing if I can survive a week without drinking coffee. I'm going to like possibly vlog that at some point. See if I can actually survive a week of sixth form without drinking coffee, because I've kind of become like dependent on it at this point. I didn't have any this morning because I was like, if I do become dependent, it's going to be awful trying to get off it. And then, but I also really like it, so I can't not have it. Like I don't want to not have it. Yeah, sixth form, good. I am exhausted. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this lets you know, it gives you a bit more of an insight into sixth form. This is like my catch up. I'm not going to do one every 2 weeks, but this is like a bonus video, unedited, about me talking about sixth form. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.